viewers, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. My name is SkiniMini.
And I'm Pharaoh.
Last episode, we pretty much discovered, it was all a setup, and who was it? It was none other than Furio Tigre, so we're about to bring this sucker in and try and nail this dude.
Phrasing.
Phrasing. So yes, let's continue. Saving. Do not turn off the power.
Oh, I turned it off. And everything's okay. No, we use that for another reason.
So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We almost got this case won now, Nick.
I wish I could agree.
Huh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know what he testified is the truth or not.
You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know. But if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're gonna need. Hey, pal! Oh, Detective Gumshoe!
What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end.
Hey, that's the pot calling kind of black, little Miss Topknot.
Hey, it's not a top knot.
What is it then?
I don't know.
Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, alright? Besides, mine's best. I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I get kind of wound up. Ah! No kidding. You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, Hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour. An hour? The child will have reconvened by then.
But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You say you can get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet! Well, in that case, would you mind checking the prints out on this for me?
And we actually want to present the small bottle. You never know. Maybe that could be important.
And also, we've never had time to get the, figure out the fingerprints.
Yeah.
So, there you go. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this? Oh, hey, that's a small bottle I gave you back this morning, right? Yeah, I think this time we solved the last mystery who the prints on it belong to. Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me, too. Alright, well, here you go. Okay, I'll get us off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. We will try.
That's comforting.
This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys.
Hey, can you turn your game just a little bit up?
Turn it up?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. How do I sound now?
Okay, tone down a little bit.
Oh, Lord.
Just like,
okay, hold on.
Just a smidge.
That was a smidge.
Okay. Alright, that's good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Court will now
Oh, well, no. Who's the judge?
That was me.
Oh, whoops. Okay. That's right. It is you. Go ahead.
Court will now reconvene for Mr. Godot. Skype. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Godot. Did you find this Furio Tigre?
I even tamed it for you. It was a 3-cup job. No problem. Tamed it? This guy's named by a Furio. His name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty. Be careful. He still bites. I thought.
Very well, please, Mr. Tigre. Please. Oh, God. Please show Mr. Tigre to the stand. Witness. Oh!
Don't hide under the table, Maya. Oh, there's room for me down there too.
Would you mind?
What'd you say to me?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing, honest.
Who could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge? I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spike? No, of course not. It was, the judge. Oh my god. Your Honor?
Oh dear, I am soon to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal.
That's it. We're doomed. Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was that called me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What'd you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one to hold you in. Too cool.
Don't let him get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, masked boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maggie who? I got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas.
Of course. Well, perhaps you could give your testimony then. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder.
Phoenix Wright! You's the one who set this up, didn't you? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today.
Get a grip, Nick.
Says the girl who's under the table.
And... right. You might smell something pretty nasty down there.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh!
Alright, the tiger's alibi.
I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every single day. You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta.
At last I found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright, your cross-examining. Ah!
Oh my god.
Well, what is it, please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting loud like that?
I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Lowlife? Me? Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000. You was gonna borrow the cash from me.
What? Wait.
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you get tangled with a tiger. Ha! I love a good spectator sport.
Just a minute, that's really not...
This witness is, how can I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side, he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too.
Very well, I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here.
You better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus.
The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can do it, Nick.
Come out from under there already, would you, Maya?
No! He's scary.
Well, I'm scared of him too, but I gotta do my job.
Okay, well, you heard the judge. We
so...
can't... What?
No, I'm sorry. I thought you cut up there.
You did. Oh my god, I'm having issues. Hold on, guys. We'll be right back after these messages. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties again. Shoot. What were we doing?
I don't know. We had so many cuts that I'm not really sure. Well, we listened to his testimony, and the thing is, we can't press any irrelevant information. If we do, we are gonna get penalized. So it's like, well, dang.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Well, that's fine. We got this. So the one thing that's kind of important is the fact that, I think it's statement 2. He said, I was tied up with business in December last year, spent all of my time spent all the time in my office. Well, we know that's not true because, he met with, what's his name? Glenn. So let's press on that statement.
Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know?
About a month ago!
No.
Okay, sorry.
I hate that song. You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about the Viola Cadaverini? She writes everything in my scheduler. Did I read that right?
Yeah, he said scheduler, which is stupid.
Okay. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, and that's where I was.
It seems like a rather sketchy schedule. Ah!
There he goes again. But the Tiger Diddle December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what?
Press harder.
Mr. Tigre, what you want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail. Oh, great. This is a dead-end Wright, you know it. Remember the rules. No! It's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats who want to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before.
I do believe the witness's last statement was very important. Mr. Godot, if you would please.
Mr. Tigre, the court asks you add that last statement to your testimony. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him your... He's gonna make a man out of you. We already made too many of those jokes.
Yes. Alright. So, but we had evidence to kind of debunk that because, remember the little calendar Glenn had? On December 3rd, the day of the incident, there was a note saying, meet with the tiger. So, you don't present that mug.
Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg. But it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left his little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. Dated December 3rd.
December 3rd? That's the day of the murder.
So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. Not bad. It's actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with you to see how good you were.
Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth.
Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated.
You just called me a liar? Is that what you're doing?
Ruh-roh!
What?
Scooby-Doo reference, thank you, game.
I don't remember that little Scooby-Doo reference, but okay. Okay, Judge. You are cool. So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You better believe that's the truth. Ha! Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic.
Black magic?
That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre.
Oh, yes, would you mind indulging the court, witness?
He never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy. Phrasing.
The victim, Glenn Elg. Here we go.
I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn Elg. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy, and at my office, tender lender. I waited around an hour. I waited around for him, but he ain't ever showed. I ain't never been to Tré Bien joint. He was here? Well, that was something.
I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up.
I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you got a big deal going down today? I ain't gotta make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's gonna go straight to you, right?
Alright, and the penalty system still applies to this whole time you're cross-examining him, so just to forewarn you, so don't press unnecessarily.
Okay. But did something stick out to you in that one?
Yes. The fact that, I think it's the last statement, he said he's never been to the Tribulations joint, but if we, where is it? Come on, go! Go! Okay, there we go. Sorry, this is... Try to flip to the right statement. But if you remember we checked out the desk at Tenderlander? He had some Tribulations matches there. So how could you have not been to Tribulations, but you got the matches there? That match, the restaurant that matches.
You okay there?
I think so. So you want to present that mug here?
Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What you was talking about? We found them in your office at Tenderlander. They're from that restaurant. What? If you've really never been to Tribulations before, what was the book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk?
Huh.
You've been snooping around my stuff too now, wise guy. Where are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. Okay.
Order, order! Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry, I'm terribly sorry, forgive me.
I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back back on what I said. Okay, but okay, I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid.
I just realized whenever he, like, holds his shirt like that, and, like, you see his pecs or whatever, it looks like two burnt buns. Like Hawaiian buns smushed together.
That's a very keen observation there, Skinny.
Well, alright, let's continue.
Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elg that day, and he did put poison in his coffee. He must have.
Yay, cross-examine number 3. Yay, a trivia.
Yay. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. That guy was laid out over the table stiff as concrete. I figured the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard a cop's sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office.
I see. So you didn't actually meet with him in the end, then? Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Ha! No problem. Anytime Trent presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty.
Mr. Godot, that's my job. I like to pay the gavel and do it.
Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it!
Yes, sir! Psh, guilty!
And that's it for the game. The Special Express ain't cheap, right? Just so you know what you's paying. Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? No.
No.
Not one bit.
No. Okay, alright. Sorry. Okay,
Oh, you're all good.
Now he's saying he opened the door to the joint. I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table stiff as a concrete. Okay, I want to take a look at the floor plans of Tribulations real quick. Let's just check it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the X is where Glenn was. So, it's like he walked in and he said he saw an ugly scene. But how could he see that if if there's a little partition there? Like, when you open the door, you don't see who's sitting. You just see a wall.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you lying there, bruh. So there's no way. So you gotta present that mug here.
You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro.
Oh.
And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. That
sounds
no,
terrible.
Phoenix. Yeah.
That's
Boo. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre? Well, from there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this.
Indeed. The witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat.
Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head! Unfortunately for you, that's not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition.
Why, that's true!
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious.
Owie.
From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in, and here. Well, that's a...
Oh, you sweating bullets now. You put some butter on those buns.
No, oh, Skinny, no. No,
Sorry.
no, 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 no,
Sorry.
no, no, no.
I meant his... Never mind.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you clarify it or not. It just all sounds wrong. So, from the entrance of Trey Bien, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day because you met with him.
Objection.
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table. But the defense just proved that point to the moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn L, but a fake. What? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as a victim he had just killed and acted out a charade. A charade, I should say, sorry.
That will do. This trial has gone on long enough with the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was the real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn L, and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo? In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court. Well, let's go to the profiles, and who has been playing phony baloney this whole entire case? None other than Furio Tigre.
Baloney. Well, obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
What? Well, witness?
Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you just didn't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dare you say it again. Come on, you got the guts.
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's a defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You just got guts, I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone.
Ha! Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Kudo!
Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. One more time.
That'll be okay.
The old man didn't see just a victim. Oh, no.
Yeah, this
Certain girl brought me a Javachino. Blah, blah, blah. There's no question about it. Remember white powder. Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains that he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee. Okay.
Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack. Huh. Found your pen at last, Wright. It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Elg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin a murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed? Well, it was none other than Viola. Dun dun dun.
Because what other woman do we have here that has connections with Fudio? I mean, come on now.
Sure as that wasn't Maya.
No.
Can you imagine?
But Maya killing someone?
I'm gonna put this new creamer in here that the boss just gave me.
Oops. God, that'll be terrible.
Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employer of Tender Lender. He was making a big mistake. You know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following.
Well, I took the coffee over to the division's table. It's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yes, we established that. She was sort of creepy, and she had kind of a cackling laugh.
Too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen, the earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured, and the radio show he was supposed to listen to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real, and once for show. And Mr. Fudio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, was you!
Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute!
Sorry?
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give yous one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? Yous got all wrapped up nice, huh, Wright? But yous missed out one real important thing. But that can't be. I was in a joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, yous hear?
What? Do you really expect us to believe that now, Mr. Tigre?
Ha! What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're gonna have to need another one for the road. What more steaming cup of hot testimony?
Indeed. Witness, will you explain yourself to the court? I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tribulations between yourself and the victim? Alright, guys. Well, we will do that in the next episode.
Okay.
So, in the next episode, we will take on Tigre's final freaking testimony. Good lord. It's like, we know who did it, but we gotta present the right evidence, so, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, like, blatant truths. It's like, it's right there, but it's like, the game's like, no, no, no!
It's like somebody ate the powdered donuts, and there's like 3 people, and the person who ate them has the donut powder stuck on their lips. and all over their face. And it's like, well, you don't have the evidence to prove that I ate it.
Now I want powdered donuts.
So thank you guys so much for watching, and if no one's told you that they love you today, I do.
Okay.
This is weird. Alright, bye.
I'm just repeating you.
Okay.